When you turn on difficulty increasing mods like Hard Rock and Double Time, you are adding to a score multiplier with the trade-off of making the map more difficult. Because of this, whenever there's a unique mod combination at the top of the leaderboard, it's going to be lower accuracy compared to the others since they are playing a harder version of the map. Take a look at Nostalgic Blood of the East for example. The leaderboard has a few hidden double time plays, with the top play being done by Easy Champ with a 96.82% accuracy with 3 mod. Oh, I'm sorry, I cropped the screenshot. There we go. Chicken 10 dominates the leaderboard, getting a 3 mod SS on a map that only has a handful of double time FCs. So what makes this map so difficult? First of all, the stats don't look too friendly. It's circle size 7.8, which if you couldn't tell is really small. The OD10 may seem standard as it's used often in popular maps, but it is deceiving considering it's an old map with unconventional rhythms. Just listen. It's hard to keep up with, and having to deal with preciseness on circle size 7.8 amplifies its awkwardness. They are not simple patterns either. The patterns are quick along with requiring linear and uncomfortable movement that not only requires harsh aim control, but also intuitive understanding of the rhythm. Like look at this bottle-shaped burst that is really mind-blockable. There are no breaks or even easy parts, as the slow sections still have odd rhythms that require 100% of your attention to SS. Not to mention that the hardest part is the ending, where the nerves will be the highest, especially when SSing. The ending starts off with a small rhythm gap, then immediately goes into this circle-shaped stream. It is very easy to miss here. You immediately transition to this spacey flow aim section with these nasty triplet back and forths. Afterwards, there is this section that has stacked triplets which randomly become spaced later on. This can throw off many, especially with nerves. All of this comes together as one of the best SS's in the game period. In fact, Chicken 10 didn't even have a hard time getting good accuracy, with a good chunk of his runs having 1/100 or even 0/100s. Luckily, on the run that he FC'd, it was an SS. Play with this accuracy is one that Chicken 10 and only Chicken 10 can replicate for a while. For those interested, Chicken 10 and his friend remade this map with rhythms much easier to understand as they wanted a more playable version with this song. It even got ranked. Chicken 10 would like you guys to try it out. Link is in the description.
Yoshikawa45, also known as Dash45 today, made a song with the name XXX Multiply. It is a rather unknown map that was mapped by YokeSpy and got ranked on May 7th, 2023. It's a very versatile map with its length of 3 minutes and 20 seconds with the double time multiplied. This map needs heavy skill requirements such as stamina, finger control, yes, aim control, and a ton of consistency. With its 233 BPM dev streams, this just shows that this map is no joke, even in this time period of OSU. Since finger control requirements for this map are so heavy, for Mathi, it just wasn't. With its master technique on skill sets such as finger control and stamina, there was no problem for him to get the only double time full combo on this map. Although don't get fooled by the star rating, which is only 7.36 stars, but just see by yourself. The second best scorer by Willy0214 with a high 97%, and recently with 315 with an S rank with 97.3%, can barely even compete with Mathi's 99.32% full combo. Even some of the best speed players nowadays struggle to pass this because of the intensity of this map, since it's packed with this consistent difficulty. With all that said, we can all agree that still to this day, Mathi is one of the most overshadowed players.
There's a reason why they called 315 Vaxay's ult account. If you watched my underrated players video, you would have seen 315's no mod pictured as perfect in plus score, where he gets the lowest miscount on the map. I thought he had already outdone himself with that play. Boy, was I wrong. He decided to turn on Hard Rock on this map, which doesn't even come close to having a no-mod FC. And there are only 2 other Hard Rock scores submitted. So what does 315 do? With Hard Rock, he gets one of the best non-halftime miscounts, the second best accuracy, and the highest combo by over 500, all being compared to a leaderboard filled with Nomad and a few hidden plays. This isn't some Mickey Mouse leaderboard either, having many well-known top players struggling to even get 1000 combo on this map Nomad. With that, half of the leaderboard is filled with C ranks, which is partially because it's underplayed. But still, the fact that known top players struggle on this map Nomad while 315 destroys everyone's combo while using Hard Rock just shows the magnitude of his abilities. So, what makes this map hard? Whatever you think about, it's all of the above. Firstly, it has rhythms that seem very random and hard to follow, making your understanding of rhythm useless when navigating the map. The patterns are no different. Along with the spacey flow aim section that requires high levels of aim control, the patterns are very abstract. Most of the aim happens at arbitrary and awkward angles that no one is comfortable with. There are bursts of sliders, as well as high velocity ones that look like they were made more for art than gameplay. There are no breaks and few easy sections, so you have to deal with all of those elements without rest for 5 minutes straight. 315 navigates all of those elements without issue, only missing at the ending aim section and the crazy fast transitions. 315 proves yet again that he can easily keep up with your favorite top player.
Since last year or maybe earlier, you started to hear a relatively new name into the OSU scene, called fragranceofpage. He's being compared as the new Forum or Malashevsky since he became one of the most dominant tournament players in the past year, winning multiple badges in the last iteration of the OSU World Cup with South Korea. The years prior, he was a player focused on the easy modification and sometimes even the halftime modification. However, in 2023, he started to grind a particular map that made him to the player he is today. Bilin and Warsa's Transhumanist, mapped by a Japanese mapper Hifu, is just not your ordinary tech map. Insane slider intensity, high BPM slider spam, aim control, cut stream, and skill cap patterns that top players even struggle to hit. Yeah, this map is not easy indeed. However, Fragrance showed his dominance. While players like Malashevsky, Kriller, Zutinator, or Rectagon dominated the leaderboard, he just swept them away, while not even being in the top 700 global. He's the only person to get an S rank on this map. Not only once, but twice, since his first S rank got beaten by his current score with way higher combo. Still, to this day, nobody has sniped his number 1 and got close to him to a potential full combo in the future. Maybe he might FC this map in the future, but before military. Salute to fragranceofpage for going to the military.